Welcome back, folks. I'm the Beer Adventure,
And I'm the lunchbox.
and we've got another Innis Gunn for you. Partly because I like Innis Gunn.
And I love it.
Exactly. Okay, this Innis Gunn is the barrel-aged Innis Gunn Kindred Spirits, and it says it's stout matured with Irish whiskey staves. But one of the things that's important for this is that something that he and I have made mention before, they almost always said how long it was aged in a barrel, but they never said what it was aged in. This one's the opposite. It doesn't say how long it was aged, but this one was Tullamore Dew. I don't know if you've ever had that whiskey, but it's good.
I'd always seen, the rum cask or whiskey barrels, but it never actually says what brand it was, and I always wondered, if it's a bourbon barrel, there's not that many bourbons, so.
Exactly.
This one actually tells you exactly what whiskey was barrel it was put in.
Which, depending on which reviews have uploaded in what order and which ones you've seen, we've even made mention of that. So, this is a stout with Tullamore Dew.
Oh, it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
These stouts are dark
Now,
beers. I'm a fan of dark beers. I want them nice and thick and sweet.
Now, here's the thing. Sometimes when we film over at the Lunchbox Lair, we do have a studio audience.
Live studio audience, baby.
Yeah, because, we're that big that we can film with a live studio audience. So sometimes we'll put one over there. So let's see what we've got here.
Man, I like that thick, dense head on there.
I do too. And the smell's nice. Studio audience shaking their head.
There's another plant in there. Is that the?
Wow, that is super tasty.
Is that the barley I'm smelling on top?
I'm not sure. That is seriously tasty.
Wow, there's just like a little hint of that Irish whiskey flavor to
There
it.
is.
It's not like the bourbon one where it kind of cuts in there and is like, hey, this has got bourbon in it. This just kind of like caresses the tongue and lets you know, hey, what's whiskey that?
I'd almost say it's a little more sophisticated.
I can see that.
Maybe subtle.
It is really mellow. To be as dark as it is, it's really mellow.
I get a hint of the wood. I get a little more of the whiskey flavor. But I taste the majority of the stout.
Yeah. They didn't pile a bunch of flavors on top of it like they have in some of the other ones. It's not.
It's just more subtle.
Yeah, it's not too complex.
Well, it's complex. Don't get us wrong.
But there's not too much going on at once, is what I'm saying.
It's not as explosive.
Oh, definitely not.
This is a little more James Bond, a little more,
That is
a
good.
little more chill, a little more mellow.
James Bond beer right there, baby.
I mean, I think this is really, really good, though.
Ooh, alcohol abuse.
Exactly.
He's fired.
And I can definitely see this with dinner.
With dinner?
Oh yeah, this thing could cut through a lot of really strong flavors. You could work this with a steak. Because it'd work well with that baked potato and steak.
I think something that was roasted. Like a good roast chicken or turkey.
The roast chicken, I think.
Yes, definitely something that was roasted. A good oven roast. It has that kind of rich flavor to it.
Yeah. But as rich and as deep as it is, it's very clean.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't muddled with too many different flavors going on all at once. It didn't confuse you.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. That's a nice overview there. So let's go ahead and get into our ratings. Did you dig it?
It was pretty good.
I think it's pretty obvious. Even our studio audience enjoyed that beer. Would you have another?
Maybe, probably.
I would have another. Would you buy a 6-pack?
I probably wouldn't go that far.
I don't know that I wouldn't buy a 6-pack, but as Lunchbox said in one of our other videos, I would really come close when there's more and more there's getting those pick sixes. I can definitely see throwing this in that pick six.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
2 in that pick six.
Quite possibly. If I had an occasion in mind where I was going to show somebody, definitely.
This is definitely a good beer. So let's go ahead and our 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. How do you rate this?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
A 6.
Yeah, I mean it's better than good. You know, it's a really really good. It's just not. It's not as sweet as I like.
Okay.
You know, and that's just.
I'm looking in my studio audience. My studio audience is giving it an 8. They're really digging that. Maybe they like that malty stout. Maybe they like that Tullamore Dew. I'm going to give this a 7.
All right.
I think the thing that's going to make this beer is what you have it with.
I can so totally see that.
Just having it by
The
itself.
flavors that come out of that, it would definitely depend on what else was going on.
Right. Just by itself, 7 all day, every day. But if you're having it with dinner, if you're having, like, some funky blue cheese, this will cut through that. Wow. I'm liking that. Yeah. A grilled Cornish game hen. Roasted sounded good. Grilled is sounding better.
Yep.
Well, there you have it, folks. Till your next beer adventure.
Cheers.
Cheers.